Hello, my name is Paul, and welcome to A Common Touch of Fantasy. Today, we're going to be talking about non-fiction books. Specifically, we're going to be talking about some self-help books that I've read that really mean a lot to me. I believe that self-help books are important for anyone trying to gain confidence and trying to get over things that are bothering them in their life, or getting over being hurt or anger or pain. I believe that self-help books are important and that they serve a purpose, and everyone should check them out when they need it during their life. Basically, I look at self-help books as a cheap alternative to therapy. The first book I'm going to talk about is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. This is without a doubt the most influential book I've read. It is the most important self-book I've read in my life at a time when I was really low. This book helped me get out of it. What's so special about this book? It puts things in perspective. It makes you understand that most of the problems in your life is just changing your perspective on life and your outlook. Some of the key points of this book are to be proactive, to always try to change, to accept things, to go out your way and try to change things. You're not reacting to the situation, you're not getting upset, you're not wallowing in self-pity, but you're proactively attempting to better yourself and your situation. Another important thing that I learned from this is creating a mission statement. Talking about what's important to you and putting that first in your life. And one exercise that really meant a lot to me was pretending that you were at your own funeral, and what would you like people to say at your own funeral about you, and you get to hear what they say about you. What is it that you want them to say about you, and then try to build those characteristics in your own life. Also, an important aspect of this book is to make sure we're not putting energy towards things that aren't really that important, that we're really putting energy towards the things that matter most to us in our lives. The last aspect of this book that really spoke to me is to try to understand people first, understand what they're saying, and then react. Never react before trying to understand where the other person is coming from. This will save a ton of arguments. Okay, the next book I'd like to talk about is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and It's All the Small Stuff by Richard Carlson. I really like this book because at the time I was having an issue with getting upset about every little thing. And this book is all about putting things in perspective. I had an issue with getting angry about small things or letting certain people get me upset, and reading this book really helped me get over that. This is all about not letting the small things in your life take over your life. Also, like a lot of the books I'm mentioning, it's all about just being a better person, a better steward, a better citizen, a better friend, and a better relative. The third book I'm going to mention is Overcoming Hurts and Anger by Dwight L. Carlson. This is actually a religious-based book. However, there's a lot of psychology involved in this that really spoke to me. It's all about how to deal with anger, how to react to anger, and how to talk out your anger so that you feel better, and also possibly the person that you're angry with will understand why you're angry. It's all about communication and trying to deal with your anger in a positive way. Next book I'm going to be talking about is the classic, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This book is all about trying to communicate properly with people, putting other people first. It's all about trying to be a less selfish person, putting other people first so that their needs are met and they in turn trust you. I really enjoyed this book, mainly because it helps me understand a better way of communicating with people that I don't know. and I really needed that at the time. The Dale Carnegie book is all about just being a good person and just trying to live your life so that other people respond to you positively. If you respond positively to others, they will then in turn respond positively to you. The last two books are kind of like dating advice books and how to interact with women, but they're not like the slime ball type books that a lot of people think about when it comes to dating advice. The first one is No More Mr. Nice Guy by Robert A. Glover. This one was extremely important to me because I've always been the person that has been friends with girls, but always in the back of my mind thinking, oh, maybe one day we'll become like girlfriend and boyfriend, that we'll date. And this book showed me that that is such a horrible way to think about things. And that my intentions were always to maybe possibly get to that level, and that the friendships were actually kind of weak, and they were based on this possibility aspect. And when the possibility aspect broke down, then the friendships broke down. So this book helped to ground me and realize, okay, go into friendships as a friend, and that's it. Going to people that you're interested in, and let them know you're interested very soon in the relationship, so that they understand that if things work out, they work out. But if they don't, then you can work on being friends. But make the interest up front so that they understand. So basically, it's all about not being that nice guy that has bad intentions. It's about being an actual nice person and valuing people for who they are, not for what you can get from them. Because guys, women are not something that we own. They are not someone that we are trying to get. They're just a normal person. Being their friends is not some way to try to get them to date you. And another self-help book, which is more of a dating guide for men, is called Models: Attract Women Through Honesty by Mark Manson. This book is like the anti-pickup line book. This is all about saying, hey, be yourself, be confident in who you are, be confident in your abilities, be confident in what you love and what you do, and just be friendly, talk, don't try to be anything you're not. Just be who you are. And this book was important for me because it made me realize that I have to work on myself a ton more before I can go out and join the dating world. Because I have to be comfortable with myself and who I am before I can actually love someone else. I have to love myself before I love others. And that was really important about this book. There's some parts of this book that I didn't really care for, but the overlying message of being honest and not trying to be something you're not around women is the main point. So if you are an emotional guy, I'm an emotional guy. That's who I am. So I'm just going to be that emotional person. That's who I am. I'm not going to try to act all tough and, strut around and push my chest out and stuff, because it's not who I am. So it's all about being yourself, and women will respond to you being vulnerable. That being vulnerable is something that women are very attracted to. Okay, the last two books I want to talk about are nonfiction books, but I believe that they're important for knowing who you are and knowing other people. They're kind of self-help, but they're mostly nonfiction books. And the first one is An Unquieted Mind. It's the tough, this cover's not that great on here. An Unquieted Mind by Redfield Jamison. This was an extremely important book for me because I have a very close friend that is bipolar, and reading this book about the bipolar issues that Redfield Jamison went through was very enlightening to me to understand people with mental illnesses. It helped me understand their thought processes, what to say to them, what not to say to them, and just to understand basically the life that they live and how they live their life while being affected with these mental illnesses. It really helped me sympathize with other people that have mental illnesses, and it was extremely important for me to help understand my close friend. And the last book I'm going to talk about is Quiet by Susan Cain. I read this a couple months back. I'll put my review of this book below. This book is all about understanding introverts. If you're an introvert yourself, it's all about understanding yourself and what you need to do to take better care of yourself. And if you're not an introvert, it's all about trying to understand introverts and to relate to them and communicate properly with them. I highly recommend it. It's a good read. Okay, sorry this video was kind of long, but those are the self-help books that meant a lot to me. These are the self-help books that really got me out of dark times in my life, and they really helped me get over breakups, depression, and just different things that happened in my life. And I just wanted to share them with you. Possibly you guys might want to check them out. But overall, I just want to reiterate the fact that self-help books are amazing for people to get over problems in your life. And it really is a lot cheaper than therapy. I believe that self-help books, reading books to help you understand your feelings, understand life, understand who you are, is extremely important. And I think that everyone should be checking them out once in a while. The great thing about Google is you can Google in how you're feeling, what's going on in your life, and ask for book recommendations. And there will always be books out there talking about how you feel. You can read about someone else feeling the same way that you're feeling, and it make you feel not as alone. And that's so important. You are not alone. Everyone has felt the way you felt. Someone somewhere wrote a book about exactly how you are feeling right now. So just look for that book and read it, and things will change. And nothing lasts forever. Things will get better. Alright, thank you for watching. I know this has been a little bit different, but I felt like I needed to put this out there today. And please subscribe, like, and comment below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.